3, episode 5, hosted by your boy, Bruce C. Carter of the Relentless Voice. It's time, y'all, to get really deep, so be patient, don't get mad, but I want to see if we can grow. My question today, and the title of this podcast is really sensitive. Where are the real men? This society that we're in today is in shambles, going backwards, because based on my experiences, and remember this, I am not here to what, and to what, but to what. And if you don't know this your first time, I am not here to entertain you, I am not here to influence you, but I am here to empower you. Always remember that. So at the end of the day, my goal is to make sure that you're empowered so you can go back and be the change agent in your community. So we're the real men. And it's a tough question, but it's a real question. You know, if you happen to be a mother that has children by a male, you understand my plight. If you work in a place where you have a bunch of males and not real men, you understand my plight. If you're in a church where you have males but you don't have men, you understand my plight. So that means we need to try to figure out how we take males to men, and those that are perpetrators men, we kind of dial them back so they understand that you really not a man. That's why you function the way you function. Because all the data proves that for those who are reared by real men, everything is up educationally, socially, economically. The way they function as people, it's a little higher. And on the other hand, for those that don't have men in their lives growing up, it shows all the bad stuff. You know how young girls get caught up in bad situations. And I'm saying this so for those that are really offended and you get turned off by this, I didn't become a man until I was 31. That means 31, I became a man. That means I understood then the way I treat women, because I had daughters and sisters, was important. So I dated different. I engaged different because I wanted to be a man. A man is way different than a male. So we need to draw the distinction between a man and a male. And this isn't everything, not just a relationship between a woman and a male or a man. I'm talking about who you allow to have access to your children. Let's talk about organizations, churches. If you have a pastor that's a male, get out of that church. If you have a little league organization that's led by males, take your kids somewhere else. Because my experiences demonstrate that your child is better off doing something totally different than to be around a bunch of males who have high ages behind them. They're in their 30s, their 40s, their 50s, but they're males. So that's a struggle. So the question is, how do we as a society help develop males to men? That's why this says Team Black Males Winning, because the win is you become a man, and the society around you is better because you became a man. Let me say this. Men don't chase every woman they see. They just don't. Men look a little deeper. Yeah, the fine body, you know, the skimpy clothes. Men may take a glance, but men ain't never thinking about taking it no further. Males and boys, you know, they'll keep going down the road for a while. Then as they mature, if that didn't change, then it's not as appealing to them. So a man does this. A man protects, a man provides, and a man makes sure that the way he lives and the way he walks and the way he moves is bringing people up, whether it's his children, whether it's his companion, whether it's his community. That's what a man or men do. And the problem is, specifically in the black community, we're short on men. You have males acting in ways that is not appealing for men. You can't speak truth to a male. They get mad, they get shut down, their feelings get hurt. When you talk truth to a man, even if he don't like it, he hears it. That's one of the big differences. So we got these psychological differences, we got these challenges that men have when they have to deal with males, and then they have to deal with a woman who's had a male, then the man come along. This woman can't understand the man because she dealt with males too long. So it's time for all of us to man up. Sisters, it's time for you to make sure that you got a man. So you need to man up there. Males, it's time for you to try to figure out how to become a man and really be like truthful with yourself. My experiences, so I'm gonna always make it make sense because these are my experiences. In the last 5 years, I was moving across the country and I had a bunch of males with me. They all were looking to get a check. They had women that they depended on. They were chasing food stamps. They couldn't take no directions. See, a man can take directions and can do it at a high level. Their egos were crushed. Matter of fact, every last one of them said, I should have been in the military because I expect excellence. I expect us to be on point. And so until black communities start identifying men versus males and hold each other accountable, but then help work to grow men, they're gonna always be at the bottom. People don't like that, but yeah. Every other race in America has passed blacks. Yeah, you see your celebrities, you see your superstars who get these enormous contracts. They do all this, but if they not a black man, they not finna add to it. Okay. Not in a positive way. They'll start promoting gambling, liquor, smokes, but they're not promoting education. And they're doing it for a check. Because as a male, they don't even understand the power and the need for them to be a man. Because they're still chasing the dollar. And they don't even need the dollar. So they'll destroy the community to get a few more dollars. So be careful who you admire and who you move for and how you celebrate people, because at the end of the day, if you're black in this country, you better hope that eventually we have some strong men who will stand on business, who will work to make sure that the community is secure in the bag, not just them. And if we can get down the road to that process, then we start to see the change we need. And this is no way a knock against all the great sisters and women that are doing work. But at the end of the day, we're killing a bunch of these sisters because they're having to work, raise, defend, do everything other than being that perfect nurturer to make sure that the children know I'm good. So if you're a man, you know you're a man because somebody told you was a man, great. But if you're a male, a boy, and you running around here thinking you're a man because you got some years behind you, man, you are a danger. You are a threat to this community that needs you to be great. And so as we continue with this podcasting, with this information center, with the work and hope to empower millions, my goals are different now. My goals are to empower millions of young blacks, male and female, so they can be the leaders, they can be the examples. Because what we got to do is we have to have as much good coming out in the community as we have bad. And we're losing that battle right now. You know, and I'm going to always speak on my experiences, what I know to be true. Our young people, they don't have faith. People out here living reckless, dying, and we putting everybody in heaven. So we make being a part of this Christian world, if that's who you are, we make it easy. We make everybody saved, and it's a lie. We have balloon releases that praises people and put them up here. And they could have been agnostic. They could have hated God, but you made them something else. What we've done as a community, and I'm always saying, the man is at fault for the vast majority of where we are. because he laid it down when he should have stood up. He never matured to the next level, but we allowed him to be in the man category. So now, psychologically, everybody is okay to not have nothing to stand on. So we make everything that's happening about mental health. Some of this stuff is called life. But because we haven't set a standard of what life should be, could be, must be, it all poses issues. So here we are in 2024, getting ready to go into 2025 with no plan. With no plan how to elevate. With no plan how to slow down senseless violence. With no plan how to build up communities. With no plan how to restore families. So what's going to happen is this. If you're here as a community, you're going to go here. There's going to be a group that's still doing their thing because they're influencing you and they're entertaining you. And they're steady rising. They don't have to be in your community. They could be around your community and do a show. You'll go to where they are. You'll laugh for a moment and you'll fight on social media for them. And not one of them is about to pour back into your community or your life. But if there was enough men out here, they'd be able to call this out because they have an instinct. They have a BS meter, and that meter will start going off. My meter is, I know whether you're a man or a male with how you deal with me. Yeah. Males can't take me. Men, oh, they call me almost every day from all races, all ages, to have a conversation. But they're men. They're independent in themselves. They have homes, they have jobs, or they're retired, but they are men. Men are okay with me. But if you're a male, you're going to struggle with me. So today, I want, if you're a sister, you're a grandmother, you're a mother, you're another brother that's a man, or you're a male. Man, we got to check. We got to have a litmus test. We got to examine ourselves. Y'all know I always keep these mirrors around me. And before I start today, I always, since my teeth crooked, I always want to make sure at least they clean. We got to start looking in this mirror. We really got to look at who we are. We have to determine if we are who we supposed to be. And sisters, you can help. You can hold them accountable. You know what a man looks like. Hope you do. Or you don't, let's come back and let's have a conversation and let's put it in here on what a man is. Like I said, when I became a man at 31, the way I moved with women was different. It's like it clicked and I functioned different. So now, once I became a man, I started to father different. I started to try to look at the world different. And so now in 20 years, I'm different. I don't talk about the things I did in my 20s and my 30s now, because all that means nothing. It's like, where am I today? What am I gonna do tomorrow? Because now as a man, you're really trying to not just leave a legacy, but you're trying to empower everybody around you. Your children, your grandchildren, their friends. Like, anybody come around me, they know they're gonna get something about this should make you better. And so now, my world became even more defined in 2021 when my mom passed. It's like this peace came down on me and I never would lose it. And so I became even more defined as a man. And I can remember in 2018, I started saying, man, I gotta find my wife. I'm like, I just want to be able to give all the love that I have, that unconditional, that love that makes her, will make her go out and tell every woman, man, if you get the right man, your life is better. That's what should be happening. And then everything under and around us starts to flourish because that man is functioning the way he was designed to function. He is stern, but he's comforting. He is straight-laced, but he makes it palatable. These things, like, we're missing in our society. And we're letting males be clowns. And we're thinking they're men. And our daughters are struggling. Our sons are struggling. And they go from the struggle as young adults to now we got these mental issues. They're full of anxiety, or they just can't function because they missed out on some of the things they needed because we failed them as men. And for these organizations, and like I said, these churches, I've given up on them. I pick all my collaborations now. I don't care what you're doing or how great you sound, I'm going off your behavior. Behavior will teach you who people are. Their lips don't mean nothing but just service. Emotional, social benefits of being around men is you can't pay for it. So now, here's what I'm asking us to do. I'm asking us to hold each other accountable. So what I want you to do is you like and share this video and ask people to subscribe to what we're doing. I want you to tap in and I want you to tell me about 5 men if you can. If you only know one, just put the one. Because I want us to start celebrating men. Where becoming a man has so much value that if you're a male and you here, you're working to get here. Because remember, I'm saying I was 31 when my mind started to change and function different. Not perfect, but I function different. So let's get ready to help take our males to men. Let's restore families. Let's rebuild communities. And let's focus on being empowered versus being influenced or versus being entertained. Because when you deal with those two, the entertainment and the influence, it's sad what people will do to get you to be a part of that. You're worth more than that. And remember, we all need to be change agents. So join the team and let's get ready to make this space that we call America better. What's up?